Today I thought the next few days I'll cover some of the natural locations of this Sonerilla weedii. I've done one video on this flower when I first encountered it, and I was totally taken aback by its charm and beauty and all. Now at the end of the season, I could observe it many times in different locations, and I thought I might as well record some of the various kinds of places where it occurs naturally. Now I have entered that sacred grove number 2. That is actually the periphery of that sacred grove, and as I enter itself, the first one sample is there. That is that Sonerilla. I'm going to reduce the light. So now you can see at the end of the season the last of the flowers is coming, and then also the seeds have formed. So the main challenge, I think, is trying to sprout it from the seeds. That can be successfully done, then it can be introduced as a garden plant and all. But because this one is so delicate, it won't survive transportation and all. So it requires specialized conditions. Then let's take a look at the seed now closely. So that's the seed pod. First set of seeds and all have, I think, formed already. The last set are getting ready, and then the last flower of the season is now blooming. So it is at the base of a huge tree. Then another one is there here. Its flowering is over. And one more is there. So quite a few are there here. So this is one location where they are profusely grown. More here. All only seeds are. The flowering is over. So this is a slopey area. Water doesn't stagnate. It can't tolerate stagnant water. Then plenty of shade. It can't deal with shade. I mean sunlight. Direct sunlight and all. 1 hour of sunlight is enough to kind of depress it, and then it might very well give up and die also. That's one more issue. Then also they need moist places. They need good amount of moisture. Then shade, and then it should be moist, but water should not stagnate. It can't handle water stagnation. So a slopey location helps, or it has to be a stony kind of place where like this location, the first one what I showed, there was mud was there. Here it is growing in some little crevice in the rock itself. It's a laterite rock, and there you can see the root part. So with 2-3 roots, it is clinging to that rock, and some little moss kind of, some soil also is there, but not much. So in this kind of location it does well. This plant has successfully finished its flowering program, and now seeds, and then now it will, it's a little more dryness is there, it will die off. 3 months is lifespan, 3 to 4 months. So this kind of location, a lot of them here, and some of them get this kind of little darker green, and some of them have little lighter green. Like here you can see this one has lighter green leaves and this one has little darker green leaves. I'm not sure if it's the same species or it's some slight different species. And this one is having its last flower also. Very pretty and nice plants. So that's one more location. So this whole this sacred grove has numerous of these. This Sonerilla. So for today I'll close with this. This is one of the typical location. There in this sacred grove of about some 2 acres or 3 acres, there must be about 10,000 of this Sonerilla, I think 10,000, 20,000 like that. It's dotting all over the place. Wherever tall weeds are not there. There are tall weeds, then it gets smothered and covered up, and then it can't survive. It's in the ability to compete with invasives and all is I would rate it as 0. If too many invasives come and all, this will be the first one to vanish. Also, if tree cutting happens, then it can't survive. It will die because the sunlight is too much, or if the humidity suddenly comes down also, it wants high humidity also. So in that kind of place it will survive. As long as such locations are there in this region, then its survival is ensured.